y'all. I'm Dani, and this is Heard. Hi guys, welcome back to Heard the Podcast. I'm your host, Dani. You can find Heard the Podcast on all podcast streaming platforms. That's iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Spotify. Actually, you know what? Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor, and all the major podcast platforms. I haven't really updated the SoundCloud yet. SoundCloud still has old episodes, but all the major streaming platforms, we're there. So check us out. We are on YouTube, HER''D, the podcast. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Heard the Podcast, HERD, the podcast. All right. Well, let's get into some things. I'm actually, my 9 to 5 has been kicking my ass lately. It's becoming a 9 to 9. And this, which is great because, you know, my coins, but I just haven't had the energy to I'm backed up 2 episodes. So I have to maneuver and see how I'm about to roll these episodes, these back-to-back episodes out. when it comes to marketing wise, how I'm about to roll this out. And you know what too?
For sure.
J-Rob, I have to realize that each platform serves a different purpose. Certain clips work better on Instagram. Certain clips were better on TikTok.
Yep.
Certain clips were better on YouTube.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to navigate it that way from now on. But yes, this is another solo episode. This is me, no guest, and I think I want to have more of these to get back in tune with the core of the show. I love interviewing people, but I'm just saying whatever. And we might have some guest co-hosts coming too, though. Anywho. So you don't be seeing stuff, J-Rob?
Not this week.
Okay. So it's been a little it's been a backed up drama. It's been Twitter beefs, female rap beefs, divorces, breakups, people meeting people on the block. I'm outside. I'm outside. Shit like that. A whole bunch. Just a lot. And it's only Wednesday. So yeah. Anywho, so let's get into some things. First off, before we get into the main topics of the show, I just want to throw out there some quick stuff. So first off, I want to say that I think currently it's Paris Fashion Week because New York Fashion Week was in September. So right now it's Paris Fashion Week, and I feel like Doja Cat, Normani, and Lori Harvey already really stepped out there with New York Fashion Week. I feel like she's definitely, stepping. She's always been an it girl to me, but I feel like she's really stepping into her own. She keeps leveling up, more and more with her team, her hair, her outfits, her everything. But Doja Cat, I love Normani. Normani's always been a polished girl. I always love her looks. Always love her for photos and stuff. So she's always been that girl to me. But with Doja Cat, her Paris Fashion Week looks so far, it's been so experimental. She's been wearing body paint and face paint and all that. I feel like Doja Cat, she is you ever heard of the CFDA awards? It's like a industry fashion awards.
Yeah.
Rihanna won an award back in a few years ago. Zendaya won the award last year, I think. But they highlight different celebrities that are they show their style. They're style icon status, and I feel like Doja Cat, give her a few more years, because her looks right now are already going down in history in my book. I can see her, getting some sort of fashion icon award, later down the line of her career. So
she's a
shout out to her. I think what's this one? Oh yeah, yeah. I memorized the sound effects. Okay, so it was that, and then we heard that Rihanna, she is actually going to perform at next year's Superbowl, 2023 Super Bowl. So shout out to her. Finally, we finally getting what we want. So I'm thinking, right? So it's October, right? It's October. So I think at the very least, she's going to drop a song between now and the time she's supposed to perform, because the Super Bowl is in February all the time? Yeah. So between now, which is October, and February at the very least, I think that she's going to put out a song or two. I don't think she's going to put out an album. I think a song or two.
That's possible.
And then so now they're talking about, they think who is going to come out with her, who's going to be her special guest.
ASAP.
I think so too. That's a given. Honestly, I feel like that too. Yeah.
Come on, man.
But honestly, I feel like that's going to happen. ASAP Rocky's going to come out.
Yeah.
At some point. But I think it would be really cool if Jay-Z came out.
probably the whole Rock Nation gonna be out.
Like who?
Shit, Jay, Dream,
Kanye. But what song would Dream? What would he perform with her? Because he wrote a lot of her stuff. But like, what song would he perform with her?
I don't know. I know Kanye. Probably Kanye be out there.
I would love Kanye to come out and like perform All the Lights with her. That would be great. It's a great stadium song.
That'll be fire.
But he's so unpredictable. Who knows what's gonna happen? I wouldn't even want him to perform in my set, and then especially that whole White Lives Matter shit. Like, it's just too much going on. I cannot.
They love Kanye, hate him the next, man.
It's just like, I know that is true, but I'm just saying, like, he's just very unpredictable. So it's like, would she want him there? I think, you know what? I wouldn't be mad if she brought out T.I. because "Live Your Life" is a good stadium song too.
Facts.
Like Super Bowl, anthem songs are good Super Bowl songs. Like when Katy Perry performed, like she did "Firework," I think, and like she did, like, you know, she has anthem-y type songs.
Right.
"Live Your Life" with T.I. and Rihanna, that's a great stadium song.
It's an anthem.
"Umbrella" would be good. I think "Diamonds" is a good stadium song. "We Found Love" is a good stadium song. Yeah. Definitely Jay-Z for sure though.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I think T.I., Jay-Z.
They perform "Umbrella." Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it.
T.I. need to come out though. T.I., that "Live Your Life" song.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel like that would be good. Yeah, everybody can sing along to that. And she has good songs that people can sing along to.
Facts.
Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's put it. Let's put that out there. Let's put that out there. Okay. Yes. So, real quick, because these topics are real. It's just real ignorant. It's just whatever. But before I get, so did you see that clip about? See, I'm not really tapped into. Her name is Coach Stormy. I'm not really tapped into her, but it was a clip, right, of her. I guess they were at some pool party or whatever. They were friends, like they were like, you know, linking up and stuff, girls. And they had a cookout and stuff. And the lady was telling the friend, you know, that the friend had a plate with the hot dog, hamburger, corn, a cob, the works when you had a cookout, right? When you out and you whatever. Right. And then the homegirl had a plate, I think Stormy or whatever. She had a plate of like a couple of chicken wings and some shrimps or whatever. And so she was like, yeah, like, you know, I would never, you couldn't pay me $1 million to pack my plate up like that. That's a low vibrational meal. That's a da-da-da-da-da. And the friend just sitting there just eating it. First of all, if I'm at a cookout and the food is free, I'm going to pack my plate. Like, I'm going to have a low vibrational meal at a cookout or whatever, a gathering or what have you, that has a plethora of food options.
Oh shit!
Low vibration meal me up. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna fucking eat because so why would I go to a cookout with 2 wings on my plate and a couple shrimps? Fuck out of here. Low vibrational. It's just weird. Like y'all are weird. I'm putting food on my plate.
Hey.
I'm going low. My plate gonna be in hell. Fuck you talking about? No, because like she was like, and then she was pointing at the girl's plate, like she was like, no, I would never. You couldn't pay me $1 million to have a plate like this. And the friend was like, no, she just put it on my plate for me. No, you can never. Don't put it on. Like, what
I don't know, man.
What is this? It's like this weird like cult of like Instagram like rules or some shit. This is weird shit. Whatever. Anyway, I'm eating my food, so that's what it's gonna be. Anywho, that's all I wanted to say because I'm like, what is this? Low
we got like, to-go plates.
Huh?
And we got to-go plates.
To-go plate. But you know what? This is the thing, right? So I think the to-go stuff, like the to-go lifestyle, it's like a thin line between like, okay, cool, you being smart and you being trifling. Because, you know, with my family, like, you know, my mom can cook.
Right.
And so, like, I grew up, like, you know, we would have, like, you know, cookouts and stuff, like, every other weekend, maybe every other month or whatever. We had cookouts and stuff. And, you know, it would be people that would come because her food is good. And sometimes they would pack their to-go. They would still stay for the whole thing, but they would eat their food and they would pack to-go plates before everyone could eat. So everyone didn't arrive yet. Right. But they ate their food and they're doing that to-go stuff early on. At the
same time. So,
like I said, the whole to-go stuff could teeter between being smart and being just plain old trifling. Because the to-go etiquette. So now the to-go stuff, you know, when you eating and you sitting there and you vibing and you're in the midst, go ahead, pack your plate like low vibration me up. Like, that's cool. But when it goes to the, I get triggered. Where I get triggered is the to-go section of the night. That's where I get triggered. Because I'm like, we're not going to do this. Like, you're not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait till everyone eats. Like, wait till the end of the night. Or if you're going to pack a to-go plate before people can, before everyone arrives or before whatever, leave right after. Don't stay. You know what I'm saying? Don't stay, because you're packing your plate up and then you're putting it in my fridge and you're preserving your stuff. It gets real. Yeah. You said what?
Taking no space.
It gets real, like I said, it gets real smart and real ignorant. You know what I'm saying? No. That's where I get triggered. But yeah. Anywho. Okay, so
vibrational food.
Before I get into because when I get my new house, I love hosting people. If you get if you at my house, don't be making no to-go plates before everyone else can eat. And if you're gonna make a to-go plate, you better have somewhere to go right afterwards. Like, you need to leave. Because you're going to stay and consume. Like, and the thing is, like, you staying, you pack your to-go stuff, right, and then you getting seconds while you're you're enjoying the food still. No. Anyway, before I get into some things, J-Rob, I almost called you Jonathan.
You said it now. Danielle.
Did you have anything that you wanted to discuss before I get into my whole thing?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you again after
this your show.
Okay. So before, one more quick thing.
I'm listening to you.
One more quick thing. I don't understand the Ice Spice hate. She's a young lady. She's a new rapper. She has that song Munch. I really enjoy Munch. And it's like when the new girls bubble up, it's like, oh yeah, who's she? Da, 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 da. And now when she's like starting to really, really get up there, it's like,
it happens with everybody.
She don't deserve this, and why is she on the stage in this role? Because I guess on Rolling Loud, I guess her stage presence wasn't really up to par, or it was some sort of sound issue maybe. I don't know. The wind was blowing real hard. I don't know. But like, she walked out during Fabio Foreign's Rolling Loud set. He brought her out, and I guess people weren't really like feeling her stage presence. Like, I guess it was some sort of like technical difficulty or something. It was something going on. It was kind of awkward when she came out. But it's been mixed reviews, like, oh, she's new, let her find her footing, and no, they shouldn't be putting artists out there until they're ready yet, and blah blah. It's all a bunch of BS. But I enjoy the Ice Spice Girl, and I just feel like, if people, it's just like, I run into people that are always like frustrated with certain people being mainstream, certain people being in the limelight, because they may feel like they don't deserve that, or they're not talented enough to be in that spot. But I'm just like, well, who do you like? Uplift people that you like and focus on them. Like, why even put energies for? It's just like,
that's it. People make shit harder than what it is.
It really does. It is. Yeah, seriously. I'm like, why are you so hell-bent? Like, you're really like enraged by this artist that you could just ignore.
Yeah, and the people decide that anyway. Like, the people decide who's hot anyway. So
it's always the audience decides who,
exactly, right. If she was trash, nobody would be talking about her. If she was trash, like, it is what it is.
I don't think because she has like a couple songs out too. She has like maybe like 4 songs out on Spotify. It's cute. It's like she's like a drill girl, I guess. I think it's drill. Yeah, she's from the Bronx, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
But she has like that drill sound. I like it. I think it's cute. She has a couple of cute songs on Spotify. I enjoy her. I want to see her flourish. I want to see her when she becomes more polished. I enjoy that she has natural curly hair. I think that she should stick with that look, because the lace fronts and stuff could they could start looking uniform, in my opinion. When it comes to like blending in with the rest of the crowd, keep that curly look. It's very distinctive to your look. I feel like she should expound on that more.
Shout out Ice Spice.
Yeah, so shout out to her. I love her music. She's a New York girl. Maybe she'll come into DC, open up for somebody soon. You know what I'm saying? I would love to talk to you one day, girl. Anywho.
Manifest.
So big with Ice Spice. I like her a lot. Anywho, so on to everything else. I have a list here.
Oh, I know you do.
And okay. So there's been it's been a nasty couple weeks. I feel like it's been a nasty couple of weeks. So this kind of it shocked me. So Tia Mowry is filing for divorce from her husband, and they've been married for 14 years. And, you know, I love me some Tia and Tamara. I loved, you know, ever since, you know, they really, you know, after their childhood stardom and stuff, like I feel like I think that those two have really done a good job with, you know, staying relevant. And I feel like their relevancy is just very genuine to who they are. Yeah. They, you know, they build their content off of their family. Yeah. And their home life. And, you know, Tia, she has cookbooks and she has the YouTube channels with her cooking and just like
recipes is fire.
Huh?
Her recipes is fire.
Yeah, she can cook. I love her stuff. She's very family oriented. You know, they still act here and there, but I just feel like they've maintained their relevancy in a genuine way. I feel like I really buy into their family. So I was just really sad to see like that she you know, her and her husband are getting divorced. I hate seeing people break up. I mean, we never know what happens behind the scenes. We don't know what's going down. But, you know, I guess it just didn't work out. It's just, you know, just sad to see. I was just shocked. Like, I don't know. Like, would you ever want to get married, J-Rob?
Yeah.
Are you afraid of divorce?
No.
You don't think about it?
Nope.
Yeah. But it's just always like, I feel like when people get married, it's sad to see them divorce because like marriage is already a commitment. Right. So it's like it's like you're going all in with someone, and then for you to realize that this isn't working out anymore is just really sad to me when I see it. You know, just personally. And then also the Nia Long thing, her husband, child, I don't know nothing about sports for real like that for real. I guess her husband is a coach for a team. Was it Lakers?
The Celtics.
The Celtics, okay.
What, the Lakers?
Child, he cheating and all type, cheating with the I guess I don't know, somebody, one of the higher ups is, somebody was fucking, was it somebody's wife or some shit that he was fucking with?
Nah, I think it was an assistant or something. Like
the assistant of someone, but they were related to someone in the company, right? That was high up.
Yeah.
Child, that's a man. I just feel like these men, y'all be embarrassed. It's just. First of all, Nia Long is fine. Like she's still fine. For you to, that's like. Once again, you can be the prettiest, the finest ass bitch, matter. And that's not going. It don't matter. It's not going to stop these niggas. It's not going to stop these niggas. Like nothing can stop these niggas. What was that guy yesterday? He what's that man name? It was something about him either being pro-abortion or not pro-abortion, and like one of his side chicks came out and said that he blackmailed her into, or he made her get an abortion or some shit like that. Oh my God, what's that man's name? It's a black man. I think he's a part of sports. I don't know, or Herschel Walker.
Oh, Herschel Walker.
Something about one of his side chicks came out and said that he made her get an abortion or some shit like that. Child, I don't know. These men are crazy. Like you can be this high profile man. It's just these. Listen. None of that matters. I'm not trying to be a victim as a woman, but it's just like you can't put nothing past the man. You just can't. You just fucking can't. Like it don't matter if you rich. You can be one of the Kardashians. These niggas gonna do you dirty. Like you could be Nia Long. You can be anybody. You could be Beyonce. You could be Rihanna. You could be anyone. It don't matter.
What do you think is the reasoning behind?
Huh?
What do you think the reasoning behind?
What, men being fuck niggas, being cheaters, being liars, being deceitful? Is that what you're asking me, J-Rob?
I guess so.
I think that, you know, I don't want to sound like whatever. I think it may be in their nature. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You know, maybe men are just greedy, or maybe women are just better at what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because women aren't innocent either.
Oh yeah, I'll be tripping.
You know what I'm saying? But we're just better with what we do. But I just feel like with men, it's just real disrespectful with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I was listening to something, or I was watching something, and they were saying like, you know, I guess in regards to the Nia Long thing or whatever, because Nia Long, she moved because the Celtics are in Boston, right?
In Boston. Yeah.
Oh my God, I was right. Boston. Okay, so because I guess didn't Nia Long pack up from LA and move to Boston for her and the kids? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And then he was fucking with somebody in the company, right? In the thing. So it's like you cheating on somebody.
Allegedly, that's what they said.
Child,
I don't know.
Okay, no. Anyway, you cheating on like with the people that you shouldn't be fucking around with on me on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you fucking the bitch that I only asked you to fuck that bitch. Like, you fucked the bitch you ain't supposed to be fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of thing.
Hey, look, temptation is crazy, man.
It's really bad. It's real bad. Like I said, like, I don't put anything past me. Even the Khloe Kardashian stuff. We say what we want to say about the Kardashians, but that whole thing about how this the whole thing with Tristan and how like things went down. Like what we've seen so far is just fucked up. Like, yeah, she stayed, which is stupid, but it's still fucked up. Like, what he did was fucked up. He fucking tried to have sex with your sister's, but your little sister's best friend. That was one thing that we saw. He has cheated on you multiple times. He cheated. You found out about him cheating the day you gave birth to your first child with him. He cheated on you some more, and then you decided to have another baby with him via surrogate, and then when the baby was already conceived, you found out that he had another baby on the way with someone else. So it's just so many fucked up things. It's like, you can be this quadrillionaire, you could be this Kardashian, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like this things in. And the thing is, like, what's so fucked up is, like, men could just sit there and sell you a dream. Like, I love you. I want to commit to you. I this and that, da-da-da-da-da. And then behind closed doors, when your back is turned, it's like he's doing God knows what. And that's just scary. That's the scary part to me. Honestly, that's just the most. He can say a whole bunch of sweet nothings to you. He can talk sweet to you all he wants to. All the I love yous. But it's still scary because it's like, what are you actually doing though? You know what I'm saying? You're saying this, but what are you actually doing? It's just scary as fuck. And then honestly, like, you cheat on me. You could have gave me all types of STDs and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? You getting people pregnant you barely even fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Child.
It's crazy out here.
Crazy out here. Anywho, that's that. And then so next, Migos. I addressed this
last episode.
Another episode ago, yeah. I'm gonna address it again because we didn't. So by the time we stopped recording that time, we just saw Quavo and Takeoff announce their album, and they released their cover art for their album called Built for Infinity Links, which I'm excited to hear. I will say that. So they're doing their press run right now because their album comes out this week, this Friday, I believe. And you know, of course they asked about Offset, and I'm going to actually play just a little snippety snip of it, and I'm going to talk per usual.
More Migos? Would it be a Culture 4? Like, what kind of space? Where is that space? Do you be a Culture 4 or more music was said, or what kind of, like, where are y'all at with that space right now?
I just feel like we want to see our career as a duo, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we just came from a loyal family, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's supposed to stick together. And, you know, sometimes when shit work out, it ain't meant to be, you know, so
family gonna be family though. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it be.
Yeah,
family gonna be family. That's just how it be. In the beginning, you can't even think clear or speak on like that.
Always. You know,
I ain't trying to answer the question.
No,
family gonna be family. It's just how it be. You be more hurt when you know it is. And it could be the simplest.
You know, we don't know all answers, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? God know. And we ask, you know what I'm saying? We pray a lot, you know? And we tell them, you know what I'm saying, whatever, if it's, you know what I'm saying, post, you know what I'm saying, whatever ain't right, and however you supposed to see it fit, like you put it back together, or however you do it, like we, you know what I'm saying, we pray, so only time to tell, but you know, we always family now.
Okay, so I'm gonna run through this again. So, you know, apparently Offset, you know, parted ways with Migos and QC, I guess because of, you know, allegedly he had issues with his contract. You know, I think the issue with Offset is him and is QC. Is not his group members. It's just QC. You know, Quavo and Takeoff are the, you know, I guess, you know, they have a tight bond, all three of them, but Quavo and Takeoff are the ones that are actually blood related. Quavo is Takeoff's uncle. And I think Offset, you know, I guess they call Offset, you know, their cousin, like I guess a play cousin maybe, but but Quavo and Takeoff are the ones that are actually blood related. And I guess like Offset is someone that they met maybe in high school or something like that. They grew up together from high school on. But you know, I guess, you know, Quavo and Takeoff, Quavo and Takeoff, I feel like, definitely treated Offset as a brother, which is cool. I never really got any vibes of like Offset being the odd one out. Even when Offset was in jail, like they held him down and free Offset t-shirts, and I think that they said that once he got out, they put aside money for him and gave him the money when he got out, and all those things. But I think, like I said, I think the issue is Offset with the contract, and I think from this clip, it just seems like I think that Takeoff and Offset are still kind of cordial. They're still kind of fine, but I think it's Quavo and Takeoff that really are like, they really are at odds to me. What I'm gathering from this, I don't know these people, I'm just gathering from this, and even from the interview, it seems like Quavo is like, his hurt is more visible, and Takeoff, seems more hopeful of coming back together, and I think with Quavo, I think his issue is like, I didn't play the whole clip, but in the clip, he says like, it's supposed to be a family, a brotherhood. Like, fuck the whole QC stuff, fuck the label stuff. It's supposed to be a family. So I think from what I'm gathering from this, I might be wrong, but it just seems like, contract issue or not, we're brothers. You're supposed to stick together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess Offset was like, fuck this shit. Like, I don't want the contract is not adding up for me. You know what I'm saying? The business isn't adding up for me. I want to dip out type shit. That's what he was on, which is he's well in his right. You know what I'm saying? But like from Quavo's point, what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking in my mind, it's like, no matter what, we should stick together as a group still. It was just a brother. Fuck this stuff. We are a brotherhood. We were Migos before QC. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm feeling from that. So maybe Quavo may feel betrayal. But then also on the other hand, like I said, Quavo and Takeoff are actually blood relatives. They grew up like brothers. So, at the end of the day, we're all brothers. I know you guys love me, but y'all are really family. So it's like, at the end of the day, y'all are going to stick together, have each other. Offset, like I said, Offset is going to be solo by himself. Quavo and Takeoff still have each other. They still want to put music out as a duo, as each other. They're going to still have each other to complement one another in the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, Offset is by himself in this. So, like I said, I'm excited to see what Offset brings as a solo artist. And that's why, like, I'm kind of like rooting for that, because it's not a good feeling. I'm not saying that they made him feel left out in the group, but it's not a good feeling where it's three people and the two out of the three have a stronger bond with each other, and there's always one that's like the odd one out kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I feel. And also, like, and on the other hand, they're having a rough time right now, but I'm sure things are going to piece back together at some point, and it's going to be even huge. It's going to be huge when they reunite.
We know, yeah. It's going
to be epic when they reunite. So I mean, this may be a thing. So it's like, yeah. So hey, that's that. That's that on that one. So
the chimes.
I mean, what do you think? You think I'm like you? How do you feel about that? Like, you think that's a good take on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's valid for sure.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I think that from the rollout, I love the photo shoots that they've been doing, Quavo and Takeoff. I love the album cover artwork. So I'm excited to I heard that they did a couple of album listening sessions like in LA and in Atlanta and stuff, and I heard that the album is pretty good. They have a couple of samples on there that are pretty iconic. So I'm excited to see and hear what it's given. And of course, let's gear up for the whole like, oh, maybe they are good without Offset, or maybe they are like this shit like that. And when once Offset comes out with his album, oh yeah, he is the Beyonce. People so flip floppy. It's just like whatever. Anywho, I'm rooting for everybody. I'm rooting for everybody black. Anyway,
it's the way of the world, right?
Yes. So on to the next, DaBaby. So DaBaby,
what do you do?
What you mean? What hasn't he not done? Shit. So before I get into this, right? Okay. So first off, they said, I guess he dropped an album like last week, I think, or something. He dropped an album.
I didn't know.
And they said the whole thing about the album. They said that DaBaby is projected to sell less than 17K first week with Baby on Baby 2. It will be the lowest first week sales of his career so far. That's from the Hip Hop All Day Instagram page. So yes, okay. So Baby on Baby, his debut album is Platinum, And his second one, Kirk, is platinum. That was a good album. I like Kirk. Blame It on Baby is platinum. And Baby on Baby 2 is not certified yet, but yeah, yikes. And these first 3 albums, they were a couple of number ones. Like it was number one on the peak. It peaked at number one, I guess, what, on Billboard 200 maybe? I don't know. Anywho, but yeah, so it's bad. And so there was a whole like blackball conversation going on when it came to DaBaby. And so this is the thing with DaBaby for me in my mind. So, of course, the whole Rolling Loud controversy where he, said those weird things about like gay niggas and HIV and AIDS and sucking dick in the parking lot. It was this weird shit, this weird shit he was shouting out on stage, right? And then, so that did it for me. And he was kind of being stubborn about, like, first he was going back and forth whether he should apologize or not. And at first he was like unapologetic, and then he was apologetic after he lost deals and shit like that. And so when it comes to things like that, it's an iffy situation, because sometimes it could be just pure ignorance. Sometimes it could just be you being an asshole and not being humble, and you just not caring because nothing can be taken away from you type shit. So that kind of did it for me. But what really did it for me, honestly, was when, is it still going?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did it for me, honestly, is the whole Dani Lay thing. When they were on Instagram Live and he was embarrassing her in front of everybody, called her a side chick, after she just had his baby, and that whole drama, like, that really, really, really did it for me. And I think I probably had already unfollowed him after the Rolling Loud thing, but if I hadn't, I definitely unfollowed him after the whole Dani Lay thing. And it's not about Dani Lay, because she's on the list too. She's next, but it's not about her. It's because I'm not really a fan of her decisions, but it's about how you treat women. And DaBaby has daughters. He has all daughters. So it's like, I want to see, I would hate for him to experience his karma through his daughters, because I see it coming. The way he treats women, the way he treated his child's mother online in front of everyone, I would hate for him to experience that karma through any of his daughters, because that's just ridiculous. Like, I'm sure if that was his daughter going through that, what he did Dani Lay, he would want to kill someone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you have 3 daughters already, so why haven't you gotten to that point already? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think that, DaBaby, like, see, I wasn't tapped in on DaBaby until he became like popular, but people fucked with him when he was called Baby Jesus at one point and things like that. But I remember, like, when he started to skyrocket, it seemed like, when you get that much success that quickly and that much money and that much access, you could be big-headed. You can be big-headed. But I definitely feel like he was big-headed. I definitely feel like he wasn't humble at some aspects. And I think this right here is humbling him real bad. And I don't want them to, he's gaslighting and saying blackball this, blackball that. No, you brought this on yourself from your decisions. And on top of that, like, he has catchy songs, but sometimes it could just be the music too. Your music isn't that good for people to overlook certain shit. Like with Kanye West. Someone like him, right. Like, he does shit back to back every other month, but but a lot of us, we hide, we hide and stuff, but we overlook a lot of things because it's just like, he's Kanye West. Like, look at his body of work. I feel like, in my opinion, DaBaby does not have that body of work for you to be doing all that dumb shit, all that dumb extra shit. You do not have the body of work to be doing that shit and then be claiming blackball, because that's not a thing. Not for you. It's not for you. It's not. It's not a thing for you. I'm sorry. It's not. Because on top of that, like, it's catchy stuff, but the beats sound repetitive. The hooks and the rhymes, the verses, the raps sound repetitive. We were already joking about how your songs sound the same over and over again before you were blackballed. So it's just not for that to be a thing, and then you do this. It's not, that doesn't add up. That's not a thing. So I feel like his music isn't good enough for him to be acting like this. It's just not. And then on top of that, you trying to use Megan Thee Stallion's name for clout or for sales, that was very weird. That's another reason why I don't want to support you, because you do not respect women. You barely claimed your baby mother. and you want to sit here and tell everyone that you fucked Megan Thee Stallion, knowing that she has a boyfriend. No, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter her having a boyfriend. It's like, why? You're a father of daughters. Why are you doing this? This didn't help anything. You still were projected to sell 17K the first week.
We don't know.
This is not blackballing, sir. Like, this is not. And if you, it's just not. It's not like what. Okay, so you fuck Megan Thee Stallion. I feel like a lot of these niggas be fucking each other in the industry. A lot of these girls and everybody be fucking each other, honestly. So it's like we all know y'all fucking. We all know everybody fucking. So it's like, why you gotta tell us? I don't know. I just feel like that whole blackball thing. You just don't deserve it at this point. I just feel like at this point you don't deserve the spot. In my opinion, I feel like DaBaby does not deserve the spot. You don't have the catalog. You're not humble, and you don't have the respect to hold the spot. In my opinion, blackball my ass. Like, no. The only blackball I see is yours. Your blackball. Say no.
Hey, bro. What?
Remember when Kanye was like, what album was that? He said the next time you want to blackball me, think about two things. My blackballs.
Hey,
nah, so ain't no blackball. Next is Dani Lay. So this is the thing, right, with Dani Lay.
What happened?
So she released an EP or like an EP, right? It has like 7 songs on it. An EP, okay. She released like an EP. I guess the whole DaBaby situation really inspired her to make the music. I enjoy the EP. I always enjoyed Dani Lay's music.
For sure.
I feel like a lot of the backlash that she's gotten is deserved. But I think that I see that she's trying to grow, and I see that she's trying to still protect her peace, and I feel like she's trying to avoid certain situations. In my mind, this is what I see. It's my show, so it's heard. So it's my opinion. So she made the blogs a couple times this week already. So one of the things that happened, first off, after the whole DaBaby embarrassment, she took a few months off online. She went in hibernation, recorded her music and stuff, and then she had one like grand highly produced interview with Angie Martinez. And that's where she released like one of the songs off her EP. So that was one thing, right? But so that was that, and then she's starting to do more things. She's performing overseas, and she's doing like little shows here, like in domestically. And so she made the blogs because she had an appearance on Wild 'N Out, and I guess her team, she requested that B Simone not be a part of that episode because I didn't know they had beef. So apparently B Simone dropped a diss track towards Dani Lay at some point. While she was messing with DaBaby, and B Simone has always had like in the past, B Simone has made a joke about, there's been a running gag of like her big crush on DaBaby. She had like a whole cardboard cutout of DaBaby, and like, she ended up being in one of his music videos and stuff. So they have a rapport now. I don't know if B Simone and DaBaby had relations at some point. We don't know. If they did, I wouldn't be shocked. Like I said, they all be fucking each other. Not my business either way. But so of course, in midst of like DaBaby having kids and having side chicks and being with his other baby mothers, he's with Dani Lay.
All right.
And so B Simone had dropped a diss track towards Dani Lay. I did not know about this until the whole thing came out. So that was that. And then also Dani Lay claims that she has seen text messages between her and DaBaby. So we don't know what's going on. I don't know, but Dani Lay and B Simone were at odds. They beefing. They don't fuck with each other. That's that. So when Dani Lay came Wild 'N Out, she requested that B Simone not be on the episode. So now this is the thing, right? Once all these details came out, I wasn't mad at that because one, Wild 'N Out is like an ensemble cast. Like everyone doesn't make every episode anyway. Right, so if you request that B Simone does whatever, like that's whatever, I understand. And then some people were like understanding. Some people were like, oh, that's fucked up. How can you do that? You should just not be on the show at all. But my whole thing is this, like, Wild 'N Out is a show it's a sketch comedy show, like it's an improv comedy show, sure. But it's built around having guests on each episode. So, but everyone in Wildin' Out, you know, their cast changes up every couple years anyway. So, you know, but B. Simone is, you know, she solidified her spot, of course. But so, DaniLeigh is a guest on the show. You're not on every episode, B. Simone. No one's on every episode except for like if you're like DC Young Fly or somebody, you're not on every episode. So like, why is it wrong for her to request to the producers that B. Simone not be on? I'm not mad at that. Like, and I don't have an issue with B. Simone at all. You know, I wasn't mad at that.
All right.
That's understandable to me. You're the guest.
We definitely get it.
You're the guest, whatever, right? Because like, why are you gonna tell me I'm an artist, and Wildin' Out is a platform for people to come on and promote their stuff, and for people to it's a platform built around artists and music and things like that. Like, so why should I not come on the show because of B. Simone? No. Wildin' Out fires people left and right all the time that don't like it. B. Simone can have one bad season and that's it for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it's like, who can, like, no, right. Like, I'm the artist, so I get it, cool. But then there was something that happened with, so there's this interviewer in Chicago. Her name is Kendra G. I'm sorry, y'all. It's some Chicago radio show. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is DC. I don't know. I'm so sorry. But apparently, allegedly, DaniLeigh requested that Kendra G not be a part of the interview. So I don't know too much about the whole Chicago stuff. Apparently it was Kendra G's show or segment. So I don't know. But I guess there was some mix up because Kendra G claims that she was always like, you know, taking up for DaniLeigh when things would go down with the whole Instagram live stuff and everything that went down. So she was kind of hurt about that. And, you know, she kind of like blasted DaniLeigh on her show. And it went viral, of course. They ended up making up, and DaniLeigh claimed that, you know, she wasn't aware of the interview. She wasn't aware of anything. She didn't know that her team requested that. She wasn't aware. She didn't know. Whatever. May be a lie. May not be a lie. Whatever. I just think that when it comes to celebrities and interviews, with interviews is different, in my opinion. See, for me, of course, I've done interviews, y'all. And sometimes, you know, this podcast is not, you know, a major podcast platform yet. But, you know, right now, you know, people do request to come on my show. Most of the time, most of the guests that I've had on this show have requested to come on the show. But I always make it a practice to just ask, like, you know, what questions are off limits. And most of the time they tell me, oh, I don't know, I just won't answer it if you ask me. Cool. So when it comes to interviews, even if the interviewer doesn't prep you or doesn't ask you what's off limits, either way, we're all here for a reason. You're here to promote your art. I'm here to interview. I'm here to provide a platform to you, whatever. When it comes to interviews, I feel like if you're a part of a big scandal, we saw how DaBaby treated you on Instagram Live. You know, we kind of didn't even know that y'all were even like really fully together for real. And we didn't even know that you were really pregnant like that for real until like you had DaBaby already. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't really know things for sure. We knew some stuff here and there, but we didn't know things for sure. But when you have these big outbursts like this, and then you also have a body of work that was inspired from your trauma, we're going to ask you, so what happened with the baby? Like, we're going to ask you these hot button questions because you went viral. We're going to ask you these questions. So it's like, I don't think it's fair that musicians and artists come on platforms and tell people not to ask them questions. I don't think it's fair. It's just not fair because it's just like, I have to sit here and pussyfoot and tap dance around and be behind. I'd rather not interview you. Yeah, because like you're drunk. Because especially if you're not a huge artist yet. I mean, DaniLeigh, she's mainstream, but like her drama is overshadowing a lot of things. So it's like, you're coming on my platform. You know, we can definitely circle back around to your art, but let's talk about the real shit.
Right.
People are going to tune in to see what you have to say about this, and I feel like you can be trained enough to either not answer it or, you know, give a media trained answer or whatever. But still, like, you're still coming on that platform. You know, be open. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, be open, or just don't think that we're not about to ask you this. At the very least, don't think that I'm not about to ask you about your drama that went down. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my opinion over it. Because Tory Lanez, he did a Breakfast Club interview, child, and I don't even know how that even happened, child, but he did one. And of course they asked him about the whole August Alsina thing, and because, you know, he fucked him up real bad. You saw him? Mm-hmm. And then there was the whole Megan Thee Stallion shooting thing. Like, you know, they were asking him flat out, you know, they were all asking him flat out, you know, what went down with those situations. And, you know, of course he deflected and things like that. But he at the end of the day, he still kind of answered things here and there, but it's like, you know, he still came on that platform. So I know his ass ain't dumb. He know they're going to act this. And I still applaud them for still asking. I love when people still ask the questions. Still fucking ask, or don't come on the show. Like, it's just not going to happen. Because I want to be at the level where, because Charlamagne and them, they were like, you know what, people tell us, don't ask us this, don't ask us that. And we say, we're going to ask you this, or just don't come. They say, don't come. Yeah. Period. Because it's just like, let's have an honest, raw conversation.
That's what it's about, having a raw, honest conversation. Yeah. That's what it's about, always.
That's my take on that. Like, I get the whole B. Simone thing. And if the Kendra G thing, she said it wasn't true, but whatever. But that's my whole thing when it comes to interview shit. I just don't. Okay, so let's get through these last little things.
No questions.
Okay. So,
Nothing.
It's exhausting. So, these last couple days, you know, I love my female rap girlies. I love my female rap girlies. I love my female rap girlies.
There's a beef happening.
So these past couple weeks, child, like, it seemed like Cardi B been going at it with almost every girl on that damn remix that Nicki Minaj remix. Nicki Minaj gathered some girls to be on her Super Freaky Girl remix or whatever. So now she has her troops now. She has her, you know, her girl, her clique, you know, her loyal rap girlies, you know. Barbs. And so Cardi B has gotten into it with Akbar V. She has gotten into it with JT, and she has gotten into it with Malibu Mitch. And I just feel like, you know, I don't want to say Cardi B is a victim and things like that, but it just seems like, you know, I don't even, it's just a lot. It's exhausting. I'm trying to like organize myself for people. I don't know.
It's exhausting.
This is the thing, right? This is the thing. I love Nicki Minaj. I love everybody. Like, I love it. But it's just so strange. It's like you can't be a Nicki Minaj fan without being delusional. Or like without being delusional or turning a blind eye to the toxic things that she may do or the things that she may initiate. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that at all. And, you know, I'm not saying Cardi B is a victim at all. We don't know what happens behind the scenes, but it just seems like, you know, people, it's just, even in everyday life, like when you're someone that's popping, you're going to have people that just want to like be around you, be in your space, like suck up to you, do things, like perform for you, like do things for you that, you know, that can impress you and make you want to bring them in closer. So it just seems like, you know, it seems very like weird. Some of the rap girlies wanted to come for Cardi B, you know what I'm saying, you know, in lieu of, you know, Nicki Minaj. And, you know, it just seemed like it was a pattern to me that I've noticed. Cardi B, sis, you know, you are way too rich. You are way too rich. You are way too blessed, girl. You have houses. You have a beautiful family. You have a lot of money. You have one album out, and your album, like every song on your album, is at least platinum. Is at least platinum, meaning it's either platinum, multi-platinum, or diamond or something. Because I think one of her songs is diamond. Yeah. Girl, don't let these girls trick you. Don't let Nicki or anyone trick you out your spot, or, you know what I'm saying? Because one of the main things about Cardi is like, you know, when she really made it big, it's like she had to always defend her spot to people because, you know, she may not write all her raps or whatever. And let me get on that real quick. So people don't know. I feel like people don't know the difference between a ghostwriter and a co-writer. So, Cardi B, works with, so Partisan Fontaine, right? I enjoy his music too. He is a co-writer or writer for Cardi B because his name is always on, I think his name is Jonathan, like yours, John. I think his name is Jonathan. So Jonathan Thorpe, or is it Jordan Thorpe? My bad, hold on. Let me see, hold on. Partisan Fontaine name. Partisan Fontaine. Let me see. Partisan Fontaine's name is Jordan Thorpe. So Jordan Thorpe's name is always on Cardi B's credits. So there's nothing ghostly about that. You know what I'm saying? Like a ghostwriter is someone that writes someone's raps that isn't credited.
Yes.
That's a ghostwriter. Partisan is not Cardi B's ghostwriter. He is Cardi B's writer / co-writer. Collaborator.
There we go.
And either way, I don't give a fuck. I don't care who wrote it. She rapping it and it sounds good. I don't give a fuck. Who cares?
That's all that
no
matters.
one cares anymore. I don't care. I don't care who wrote it.
Preach.
I don't care who wrote it. She rapped it. Because some of you bitches be writing y'all raps and y'all still sound lame. Y'all still sound whack. You can't deliver that shit for shit.
Preach.
It's trash, whether you wrote it or not. Cardi B sounds good when she raps. I like the way she delivers Partisan's bars. I love it. And sometimes, shit, I'm such a Cardi B fan. Sometimes I know whether he wrote it or whether I know whether he wrote this line or whether she. Sometimes when I hear her rap, I'm like, I think she put this line in there herself. I'm a huge listen. Ghostwriter is a ghost. Like you don't see ghosts. You don't see ghosts. You don't see Casper. Well, we saw Casper, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't see Casper. You don't see ghosts. Partisan's name, Jordan, a.k.a. Jordan Thorpe's name is on the credits. Bodak Yellow, even the Tomorrow remix, his name on there. Be Careful, his name on there. Like his name is on there. So what is ghostly about? Because Partisan, I love Partisan. He's not a ghost to me. He's not ghostly to me at all. So I don't understand. Like we all know he wrote the shit. We all know he writes her shit. Like we know. Like that's not ghostly about that.
Yeah. Is the song fire or not?
Did she deliver it the way it should be? Yes.
Oh, that matters.
Because the thing is like, another thing is like what I don't like is that when it comes to the writing thing, even if like you don't write your no. First of all, Saha the Prince, his name is on a lot of Travis Scott songs. I'm just saying. And I heard some reference tracks. I love Travis Scott. I think Travis Scott makes wonderful music. I love him. Like he is one of the people that really made I think that Travis Scott, Tyler, Solange, a lot of them, they really like made my taste. Like they have really good music. Saha the Prince's name is on some songs in the credits on Travis Scott. And I think I heard some reference tracks. I think he wrote like, was it Coffee Bean or whatever? I think he wrote some Astro World stuff. Like his name is on there. Mm-hmm. No one says anything. Kanye West doesn't write all his raps. No one says anything. Who else? Drake. We love Drake. We've heard reference tracks. Like what's like what? Like I don't understand what the problem is. But then people validated because Kanye West, he's a genius, he produces too, he's this. Oh no, Travis Scott, he produces too, he Drake writes for others too, so what? He writes for others. So your argument was you don't write your own raps. He don't write his own raps. He don't write his own raps. He don't. What? So now because they produce and write for others, it's okay. So Cardi B writes some of her bars. She may get help for some of the song, but she contributes too. And even if y'all didn't care about that, she gets her stuff written, she delivers it and goes platinum, goes diamond, goes multi-platinum, goes this, goes that. I think y'all are mad. That's a talent too. Like you didn't write your whole song and you still went multi-platinum. That's a talent right there. In my opinion,
you gotta deliver.
Cause it's bitches that write all they shit and haven't even seen the stage, are still not booked. Still don't got no plaque. No, I'm not. I'm dead ass. Like you still don't have a plaque. You know what I'm saying? It's just so when people tell you that, when people say on Twitter that you're doing shit for doggy treats, you're fucking with Cardi B for doggy treats, I have to agree with it, because what stage are you on? Seriously, like, what stage are you on? Like, what plaque do you have? And you want to sit? No. That's all. I mean, I'm not gonna get too much into that because it's exhausting. Y'all on Twitter, I don't know. But one of the things too, one of the things that I really enjoyed, is this? Did the camera? Can you check the camera real quick? It's still good.
It's good.
Well, you just know.
Yeah, I just know.
Okay. One of the things that I really enjoyed about the whole was it Harper's Bazaar, that whole Harper's Bazaar party where Cardi B and Nicki Minaj almost fought. I loved that because they almost fought. Like, I'm tired of seeing the Twitter shit. Like, just fight. Just fucking fight. I loved it. I wish they connected and actually fought. Cause just fucking fight. It's that, and then the other day, I think yesterday, she got into it with Malibu Mitch, and the thing is, like, girl, Malibu, I think she's a talented rapper, and I think she's beautiful. But it's like, come on, girl, like, you know that these fans baited you into fighting with Cardi B for what was the reason, girl? And you knew it. You took because you wanted to do it. For what? What is the problem? But my whole thing is, I enjoyed, they had an exchange, or like an indirect exchange, and Cardi B, she's from the Bronx, Malibu Mitch, she's from the Bronx, and you know, Cardi was like, okay, I'm outside. She posted on her Instagram like, I'm outside, I'm right here. Here's the building. I'm in. She tagged Bronx. I'm in. It was a High Bridge or High Point or what? I don't know. Is it High Bridge, Bronx, whatever? She was like, I'm here. I'm right here. I'm outside, right here. She was outside waiting for her for an hour. They did. I guess Malibu was late. She didn't see her. She was late because she was like, I'm here too. But then I guess Cardi B had already left. But she was out there for an hour. Like, Cardi B was out there for an hour doing TikTok dances and shit, waiting for the girl to pop up. I like that. I'm glad that they didn't fight, because Cardi B, you have too much money. You have an open case. You have kids. Like, you shouldn't be fighting nobody. But I like the energy. Just fight. Shit. I'm over it. And fight. And I was gonna touch on the Kanye thing, the whole White Lives Matter t-shirt thing, but that's kind of really exhausting. We're already at an hour. I want to just say this. I want to shout out a wonderful, inspiring Black woman by the name of Gabriella Karifa Johnson. I guess she's a let me just get this right. I believe she's a fashion editor for Elle magazine. I had no idea who this woman was, but she is a Black voluptuous woman. And let me see.
I thought it was Vogue.
Vogue. Yes. She is Gabriella Karifa Johnson is a New York-based stylist and editor known for her keen eye for up-and-coming designers. I believe she's an editor for Vogue magazine. Yeah. So I wanted to say shout out to you. I was not aware of your presence beforehand. Now I am. I'm tapped into what you have going on, and you're a very inspiring young Black woman. So I want to say that. I'm not going to do too much with the Kanye thing. I'm just leave it at that. That's it, because I'm tired. On to the music. The only thing on my music list, I have to come up with a music segment name. So at the end of the episode, at the end of every episode, we talk about music and TV shows. I think I'm going to name it Seen and Heard. Yeah, okay, so now on the scene, we're off the hot topics, guys. We're off the hot topics. That's it for the hot topics. And now we're entering into our new segment called Seen and Heard. Okay, now for the heard aspect, for the music aspect, my only thing I have on my music list is Quavo and Takeoff's new album. I'm excited for that. That's all for the music. Do you have anything music that you want to highlight, J-Rob? Or what you listen to right now? Anything. Doesn't have to be
anything new I have to check out.
No, it doesn't have to be anything new.
Oh, well, I have to check out Jessie Reyes' album.
Oh, yes. It's called Jessica or Yessie?
Yessie.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I want to check that. Yeah. She's raw. I like her.
I just been listening to a lot of like 90s and 2000s R&B.
Okay, like who?
like Rihanna.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
revisiting, you know.
Yeah, you had to. You know what?
what?
It's so funny because at one point I was at a point where like I was so tired of waiting for her to come out with new music. I would go back and listen to like her like album cuts,
Right.
like her like least popular songs and shit. Like,
That shit's fire though.
yeah. So
Shout out to Neo, all of them.
Neo.
Chris Brown.
Oh yeah. Okay, Chris Brown. Yeah. You know what? I really enjoyed Disturbia. The song Disturbia.
Oh yeah, that's.
You know, Chris Brown did some backup vocals on that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I love that whole era. Remember Wall to Wall and Forever and,
All that,
and that whole era. I love that. Was that 08, 09?
Yeah, like 07, 08, yeah. 08, 08,
Yeah, I love it. I kind of I frequently visit his 2008 or 2009 VMAs performance where they were in Vegas and he was hopping on tables and shit. What year was that? He was hopping on tables. During his performance, and then he did like
It might have been 2009.
Yeah, either 08 on his Chris Brown's 0809 VMA performance. I frequently go back and watch that because that's one of his most iconic performances to me in my mind. If y'all ain't hip, go watch that shit because he was hopping on table from table and shit, doing backflips and shit. Like he dancing. That nigga be dancing. He danced better than the backup dancers, child. Anywho,
That boy's a legend.
He is. Okay, so on to the TV shows. I have one TV show that I'm watching. I'm watching the show called Reasonable Doubt on Hulu.
It's fire.
Yes. I think that Kerry Washington, I think she directs it or she's part of producing it or whatever. They have all the fine ass men in there. They got Michael Ealy in there. They got motherfucking the fine ass nigga from
What the women looking like?
homegirl, I don't know her name, but the leading lady, she's a black woman. She's a black attorney. She's powerful. She's rich, or I guess she's well off or whatever. It's based in California. I love it. I love a powerful black woman, a successful black woman. She has these men lusting after her, of course. But yeah, Michael Ealy fine ass is in it. Homeboy from Barbershop, the nigga, the dark skinned nigga that was smarter than everybody, he's in it. I don't know that nigga name, but you know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about.
Him. The guy that was in Homeboy, the guy that plays her husband, I do not know his name, but he played in Hit the Floor. He played on the show Hit the Floor. He was the basketball player, I think, that homegirl was messing with. And then he also played in what did he play in? He was in Queen Sugar for a little bit. He was one of homegirl's boyfriends at one point. What's that? Ruthina Wesley. Her character, he was her character's boyfriend at one point, or they were dating or some shit like that. So he's fine too. Sir, I don't know your name. I'm so sorry. Yes, but I enjoy it. They're on 3 episodes now. I enjoy it. Hulu does this thing where it's like a Hulu original, or I guess it's like a Hulu teamed up with like a production company, and they whatever. And I really enjoy it. Do you watch the show The Bear? No. So it's this show called The Bear. It's on Hulu, but I think it's by FX. But they released the full season, I guess, for like a tester. So it's only 8 episodes, and it's the guy that plays Lip from Shameless. He's the main character in The Bear. It's based in Chicago. I really like the show. He's like a chef, and then he tries to take over his deceased brother's restaurant in Chicago. He tries to whip it into shape, but things transpire, trial and error, whatever. So it's a great show. I love it. It got renewed for season 2, so
The Bear.
I'm excited. Yes. So I love Reasonable Doubt. I love The Bear, and I saw this movie. I watched this movie called Lou on Netflix with Journey Smollett.
I heard about it.
That was cool. It was cool. I enjoy her work. I think she's a really good actress. And that's about it. I'm gonna the new Halloween comes out next week, next Friday. So I'm gonna watch that on my couch, because that last one, child, I don't know. It's whatever. Listen, it's free on Peacock, so I'm watching it at home.
You was disappointed.
Yes, I'm watching it at home. I'm gonna watch it, for legacy, for culture, or whatever. But I'm not paying for that.
Mike's still alive.
Yeah, after all these, like this kid, I didn't like how it went down when I didn't like how they thought that they're gonna beat him with a baseball bat at the end of the last movie. Like they all tried to beat him with a baseball bat. Like shoot him in the head, shoot this nigga, like shoot him. Like what the fuck?
I didn't see
the way people died in the last Halloween pissed me off.
It could have been prevented.
Yes,
that's what you're saying.
The fuck. Anywho, that's all for me. Anything else for you? Any shows? Any movies? You know?
Shows, movies? Nah.
Do you watch what show I told you to watch? Have you been watching Snowfall?
Nah, I still gotta watch it.
What shows do you watch, J-Rob? Like, you're not even fucking, like, you just be starting shit. Have you been watching Power?
I watch YouTube.
You watching,
I watch podcasts.
You be watching,
shout out to Earn Your Leisure.
Be watching Metro Boomin type beats on YouTube?
Nah. I actually been getting back into that. Just to get some inspiration again.
Okay.
You know, you gotta stay inspired, man. You gotta stay inspired in this world.
Okay.
But nah, that just used to be dope. Shout out to Metro.
Ciao.
Shout out to Metro.
Yes. And I frequently play that Metro Boomin and 21 Savage project. I love it.
That's a fire project.
It is. Anywho. All right, well, that's all for me. Thank you for watching Her the Podcast and listening. Again, we're available on all podcast streaming platforms. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Her the Podcast, HERD the podcast, HER''D on YouTube. Subscribe to us. Peace out. Thank you.